Okay, so we're finally back in Agrabah, I see. And rightfully so. Hey everybody, it's RRPG here, and welcome to another episode of RRPG's Let's Play with Kingdom Hearts on the PlayStation 2. In today's episode, we are back here in Agrabah to go help out Jasmine, which is going to lead us into some trouble, you know, from Jafar. And then we are going to head back to the desert to see if we can actually try to save her from Jafar's clutches. You know, based on story progression, that's all going on here. Anyway, let's get on with this episode that's already in progress. And as you can tell by that huge enemy, you know, that looks like a bandit, you know, kind of like the regular bandits in this level, or in this world, those are known as fat bandits. Basically, they are the same as large bodies, but they don't have that aura surrounding them when you attack them. You know, when you deplete like 75% of their hit points. So, when you attack them, they won't even try to go frenzy or ape nuts and try to come after you. But they do blow fire at you, and even fireballs, so you want to be careful when they try to aim at you with their, you know, with the fire that they have on them. Since they can blow fire and fireballs! And to quote the Runaway Guys, fireballs? Yum! I'm still not sure where they got that reference, and, I mean, they talk about it. I mean, they talked about it a lot when they did the Runaway Guys, you know, for, when they were at PAX East and PAX Prime, because they had Josh Jepson with them, and I have to say that Josh Jepson is actually a good Let's Player, too, so be sure to go check out his channel if you haven't. That, him and Nintendo Capri Sun, and Chugga Conroy, and Proton John S.A., they're all good Let's Players. But, yeah, that's where I got that reference from, you know, the fireballs! Yum! But anyway, I'll just leave it at that. Okay, so we don't need to hit that key. We don't need to hit that lock since we already taken care of that from before. And we're pretty much trying to find Jasmine, you know, inside of Agrabah. And as you can tell, this place has been kind of switched up a little bit because of the layout of some of the doors being blocked or some of the pathways and such. Okay, now the first thing we want to do, since we're back here at Main Street, we want to go inside Aladdin's house because he will tell us that you get a good view of the palace from his house and, you know, where he's at, but he will notice that the palace will, you know, be in danger because of Jafar, and that's when we will need to go back there, and that's when we'll find Jasmine. But the pathway to the, you know, to the palace is going to be locked based on this circumstance where we go inside Aladdin's house to see this cutscene, and then this pathway is going to be blocked. It's like, how do they pull that off in less than a minute? But anyway, this game doesn't have any sense of reality or whatever. I mean, it's not supposed to be realistic, in a sense, since it's just, you know, based on Disney, I mean, Final Fantasy and Disney properties. Okay, let's go ahead and take care of these guys, and I'm pretty much just grinding right now, so that way I can keep Sora and his party members stronger with every new level that they gain, so that way they don't become weak when we fight against the numerous enemies we are about to go up against. So, yeah, you get the whole dealio of where I'm coming from. Okay. So we're done here, and I think we can go ahead and we can go to Aladdin's house right now. But first, let's take care of these bandits and shadows, and then we'll go inside Aladdin's house. Now, as you can tell, Aladdin is a pretty good fighter character, kind of like Goofy, and he always has a scimitar with him, so that way he can attack his enemies. And the scimitar he's wielding is very similar to the scimitar that he wielded in the Sega Genesis game. So, yeah. I mean, the Super Nintendo game, which I liked a lot better, was more like Prince of Persia, but the Sega Genesis game, which had the scimitar, kind of reminded me more of Strider a little bit. Well, with some platforming and all that, to where you use a sword, and maybe even like Rastin in the arcade. But yeah, you get what I'm talking about. Okay, so we're finally done out here, so let's go ahead and head inside Aladdin's house, and we'll just pretty much climb up here and just climb up this pole to get inside of his house again. We're going to climb up the pole. Are we gonna? But we cannot even slide up the pole like Batman and Robin from the 1966 Batman show that was on Family Channel when I watched it, you know, in the 1980s and early 90s. So, yeah, we can't slide up and down the pole, which sucks. Sorry about that. Okay, so, we just experienced the cutscene that was you know, Aladdin showing the palace from where we're at, and Sora and them, you know, bringing up the keyhole to see where we can find it, and Genie says that he has heard of it, but he doesn't know where it is. Okay, as you can tell, that entryway to the palace is blocked both ways, but we can actually take that top path, but we need to go to the bazaar, which we are about to go through, and we will find another keyhole. So, I'm just pretty much checking to see if there's any equipment that we can have for Goofy, and, yeah, we might as well go with Inferno Band for right now. We can actually gain a new, accessory after this upcoming boss fight, which we're about to get into. But I'll just keep it a secret for right now. Okay, let's just take care of the rest of these guys, and then we can finally traverse, you know, up this place, so that way we can get to the keyhole. And there's some pot spiders and shadows and bandits that are here. Okay, Sora got a level up with a maximum hit point increase. Very good. You definitely use some more of those, Sora. We're gonna need you to grind up to your max. And you know, when you play this game, the user interface is really not that consistent. I mean, if you take a look at, you know, Sora's mugshot, you know, with the hit point and magic point statistics, they really don't stay in place when, you know, when he starts to grow more levels. It's like they shift it a little ways, you know, every time when he gains a level or when his hit points and magic points increase. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Okay, let's open up this treasure chest and let's see what we get inside of here. Okay, we got a Shell G, which is a gummy piece. Okay, now we need to jump over here. And let's come over here and open up this treasure chest, and what do we get? Okay, we get a Fyra ring. Fyra ring. Not a fire ring, a Fyra ring. Okay, and unlocking that keyhole will open that door that will take us to the palace gates from the top. And we are going to take that pathway, but if we can't reach it from here, we're going to have to climb back up Aladdin's house to get to that pathway. And then we'll take that pathway and we'll go inside the palace gates. Oh, there's some bandits and some green requiems to give us trouble. Oh, come on. Oh, he came all the way back over here. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Bandit. And let's make sure that green requiem comes down here. Okay, yeah, it does. Okay, I think we're done here, so let's go ahead and make sure we climb back up and we can get back up there so that way we can go to the palace gates finally. Jeez, Louise, man. And I think we missed that item, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, we're here at the palace gates. By coming to the palace gates, Jafar is with Jasmine, so it looks like he kidnapped her, and we're going to need to go down there and confront him once and for all.
Setting your sights a little high, aren't you, boy? Back to your hole, street rat. I will not allow you to trouble the princess anymore.
Jasmine!
I'm so sorry, Aladdin.
Genie, help Jasmine, please.
One wish left. You're making this really easy, you know?
So sorry, boy. I'm afraid your second wish has been denied.
Huh?
I'm sorry, Al.
And now, I bid you all farewell. Attack!
Jasmine has been kidnapped by Heartless. Yeah, the boss who we're fighting against is called Pot Centipede. Basically, this boss will use the pots of the, you know, the pots that are around, you know, this place in needs of a body. And if we destroy the pots, we should be able to get some money and some some HP balls and MP balls from this boss. But the only way you're going to be able to defeat this boss is you're going to need to make sure you attack Pot Centipede from either the front or the back. But every time when you attack the front or the back, it will always have antennas on him, or it will always have antennas on itself to hurt you, and it will make things a lot harder. So you want to be, you want to be careful of the antennas because you don't want them to hurt you that much or else you're going to die. So make sure you have some potions and high potions and mega potions to help you out while you're doing this. So that way you can stay in top-notch condition and you won't even have to die in this battle. And I think that's the last thing that anybody would want to have happen to them. And I died from this boss numerous times, you know, trying to stay alive. But at least I kept my cool and making sure that I had enough hit points to remain in top-notch condition before I defeated this boss. And Jasmine is calling out for us to help her out. But we're trying to do our best to save her, but, you know, we're taking our time defeating this boss. And we finally defeated it, finally. Or we finally defeated it, so Pot Centipede has been destroyed, and we obtained the Ray Light accessory.
Jasmine! To the desert! Come on, let's move!
After we have defeated the pot spider, even though we're supposed to go back to the desert, the Heartless will respawn, so use this as an advantage to grind some more, you know, if you need to. And I'm going to do so right now, so that way we can still be in top-notch condition. And there is a Fat Bandit, as well as some yellow operas to give us trouble, as well as a green Requiem, and a regular bandit. So after we have defeated Pot Spider, everything else within Agrabah should have opened up to us, so we should have easy access way to the Palace Gates, Main Street, the Plaza, the Bazaar, and the Alley. So nothing else should try to deter... Oh, wait a minute, there's air soldiers here too? No way! Oh, these guys are gonna give me so much trouble! Or they usually do! Why are they gonna give me so much more trouble than they already have? Oh, gosh, just go away! Okay, we just only need to worry about this Fat Bandit, and then we can go ahead and leave this place and go elsewhere. Okay, we obtained that potion. And that ability that Aladdin uses is pretty powerful, so he should be able to take out most enemies with that ability to where he just swings his sword like a madman. Rightfully so. Okay, there's some more green Requiems, as well as some bandits again. And like I said, I'm just pretty much grinding right here, so if you want to... if you want me to go to the desert, then you're just going to have to wait very shortly, or you can just, you know, select the time on YouTube to when I go to the desert, and you can select that spot. But I'm not going to show you when I'm going to go to the desert. You're just going to have to find that yourself. Okay. So, if we come this way... Okay, let's go ahead and take care of these enemies first, and then we'll head to the desert after that. And we're going to pretty much need Carpet's help to get to where Aladdin originally was when he found the lamp, because that is where Jafar has taken Jasmine, is the cave where Aladdin obtained the magical lamp at. Watch out, Donald, you don't want to get hit by breathing fire. Everything's on fire! Come on, die. Die! There we go. Your fireballs were not even that tasty, Mr. Fat Bandit. And you can go inside the storage too if you need to replenish your magic points and your hit points if you want, but yeah, it's not that necessary. Okay, so we finally come out here to the palace gates, and or outside of the palace, and Carpet is going to take us to the desert, where we can hope to find Jasmine and Jafar. And by coming to this desert, we see that something is coming out of the sand. Is it what I think it is? Yep. It's the Cave of Wonders Guardian. And it looks like he has been controlled by the Heartless, looks like. So, we're going to have to try and save him. And so, the Cave of Wonders Guardian is actually not all that bad. But you just only need to take out his eyes and watch out for the Heartless that pops out of his mouth. He will pop out Heartless, you know, he will pop Heartless out of his mouth, so just take care of the eyes and then you should be able to save him, because his eyes are being controlled by the Heartless. They can't take his heart, but at least they can, you know, they can try to control him. And be careful of the, you know, the light rays that try to shoot out at you, or try to get you, so, because they can do some damage. Now, each eye has at least half of the hit points that this boss has in total, so after you take care of one, then that's when you can take care of the other. And as you can tell, we have less than 300 hit points left, so it's not all that bad. And as I said before, the Heartless will pop out of its mouth to, you know, make Heartless try to attack us. Okay, Aladdin has leveled up his defenses. Very good. This is actually some pretty cool music, too, that's going on. which is called Arabian Dream. Yeah, I was right. Agrabah is an Arabian province or whatever in this movie. Or in the franchise, Aladdin, or whatever. So, yeah, we're just pretty much taking care of the Cave of Wonders Guardian, and we need to try and save it. And I know I tend to repeat myself, but that is what's going on here. And one of its eyes has been saved, and we need to take care of the other. So, yes, just continue to use your judgment when you're fighting in this battle to make sure you avoid the light rays as well as the heartless that pop out of its mouth. And of course, when the heartless come out of his mouth, that means we are fighting against fat bandits and regular bandits. Come on, die! Die! Heartless spirit that's covering his eyes. Or covering its eyes. And notice that this guy has really strong defenses. I mean, it's really hard to, defeat this guy, at the current state we're at. But don't worry, we're gonna pull through. When we fight enemies this early on in the game, it's really hard to do some heavy damage. It's by the time when we get to one of the later worlds, that's when attacking bosses and, defeating them is going to become a lot easier. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's based on the strength, and I usually tend to go for, the strength when it comes to Sora, based on wielding a Keyblade now, so that way he can get things done a lot more faster. Or a lot faster. Come on. Very good. And Donald only leveled up himself in this fight, and he has obtained a max ability point increase. Alright, the Cave of Wonders Tiger has been saved, so we can finally go inside the cave once and for all. But we're not going to do that right away, as we are going to do that in the next episode. So let's go ahead and close things off right here. So next time on Double RPG's Let's Play with Kingdom Hearts on the PlayStation 2, we're going to resume where we left off, and we're going to go inside the Cave of Wonders and finish up the storyline in Agrabah. Anyway, gamers, if you have not done so already, be sure to follow me on Facebook and Twitter with the links in the description. And if you like what you saw, then be sure to rate this video, subscribe to my channel, and leave comments below to let me know what you guys thought of the episode. Anyway, gamers, take care of yourselves, and I shall see you next time. See you guys then.